When we think about youth and their involvement in production agriculture, particularly around livestock, I think it's important to think about the differences in what they may have grown up around and what they're going to get into as they go to working with livestock in a production setting. Animals that are not accustomed to close management from a human have a much different disposition, a much different flight zone, and are much more easily agitated and dangerous. We also work them in less controlled environments. We use other means of restraint. We use corrals, we use squeeze chutes, and those are all present additional dangerous situations. And someone that's accustomed to an animal that's in a show environment has worked that animal to where there's basically no flight zone. So that's where the parent or adult comes into play. They have to participate with those individuals and transition them into the differences between livestock that are in a show ring and livestock that are in a production environment. The main areas where we have concern is working cattle to a squeeze chute or a confined situation. So placement, training is critical to the safety of these young people. There's about 3 types of individuals in beef cattle production that we need to be cautious of when we're dealing with them, particularly around small children or young people. One of them are bulls. They can be much more aggressive than most other cattle. They're very unpredictable in temperament as well. They're extremely strong, very aggressive, particularly coming into the breeding season. You have to treat them with respect, know what they are capable of doing. The other area where we have to be cautious, when cows have a calf, their maternal instincts will kick in. They're very aggressive and protective of those calves. Young people are particularly vulnerable because they are perceived as a predator. The third group is what we'd call weaned calves or fresh weaned calf, because they are kind of agitated and stressed through the weaning process. That stress creates a lot more easily excitable animal, and they're much more likely to run over you, run over fences, so you have to approach them very quietly, very calmly, and the young person that may not be trained right, if they get that movement and started in a weaning corral, it can be very, very dangerous to everybody around.